Do not worry.
Folks, أهلا وسهلا بحلقة جديدة من Do Not Worry. I'm your host, Anthony, joined by Nour وNadim. Elijah منه هون. How's everybody doing?
Hi guys.
On this fine Thursday. We're at war, folks. It's not, there's no point to dancing around it or beating around the bush. Lebanon is at war. The South is in full engagement with Israel. We're going to be talking about, should we travel? Should we evacuate? I'm an American citizen. I've been getting emails every day from the U.S. Embassy. Y'all best believe, in the middle of the night, every morning, leave while you still can. And if I'm trying to relax, and if I feel like, you know what, I don't feel that stressed, bam, I get an email from the U.S. Embassy. Khod stress. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Palestine. We're going to react to a lot of things that are happening, coming out of their news. And I know it's heavy, or maybe you guys want to tune into the show to relax. We're living through a war, and our neighbors are living through a genocide. I don't know what you want me to say. These are hard, absurd times. And this is all we can kind of think about. This stuff has been consuming me every day. So we're going to try and meditate some funny things, some memes, some old stories that we were supposed to talk about. عندي كتير قصص عندي folder محشة news. We're going to get to what we can get to. بس كمان, like last week, primarily, we're talking Palestine. We're talking the effects على Lebanon, war, airlines canceling, etc. So please bear with us. Let me take a second to thank a brand new patron, Orient Express Discord server. Now, Orient Express is a bar bibadaru. I don't know if this is the bar that has subscribed to the Patreon. I asked them via DM, hey, are you the bar? No one has answered yet. So thank you to Orient Express Discord server. If you're the bar, I hope that means free drinks. We're going to need them during the war. God bless you. And we're also going to thank some more patrons later in the episode. بس إنه كمان some blood patrons. Thank you to Enzo S, Ziad Mgharbel, Sarah M, Ahmad M. Some amazing superhero patrons like Andrew Debes, Elias Salib, Mher Krikorian, and Bonnie. And our God tier patrons, Jessica and Rifat Fakih Burgery and MB. We love you guys. We cannot do this without you. If you'd like to support us on Patreon, make sure I can pay the interns. Make sure we can keep going during a war. Find a tier that's right for you. We cannot keep the show going without you. For the people, by the people, baby. Okay, well, we're going to be talking about... We're going to get to Palestine in a bit. But first, things are escalating. We record this on a Tuesday. By the time you watch this on Thursday, a full escalation might have happened. They may have bombed the airport. Who knows? As of yet, it's only in the south. But we're not saying that it's not war because it's only in the south. War has started. Okay, اخواتنا نحن بالجنوب اللي عم بيصير تحت عم بيصير فينا كمان مثلنا.
Absolutely. لا, I have family there.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Have they evacuated? Oh.
No, بعدهم هونيك.
Damn.
For some reason everyone I know بالجنوب, they insist on staying there. For some unknown reason.
أنا بعرف عالم فرق من الجنوب نزلوا قعدوا بالضاحية.
Great, yeah, that's طيب, so far I have a bunch of, for example, هيدا just على الخفيف, let's start it light. هيدا فيديو عن نتنياهو عم بيحكي إذا الحزب بيضرب بده ينيك أختنا. Let's watch. Let's have some fun.
ואנחנו עכשיו בקרב כפול. קרב אחד זה קרב לבלום כאן.
Says we're now in a double battle.
והצד השני לנצח שם.
One battle is to make Hezbollah back off in the north.
מוחק את החמאס.
And then Hamas in the south.
להיכנס למלחמה.
If Hezbollah decides to enter the war, it will miss the second Lebanon war. It will make the mistake of its life. We will strike with a force it cannot even imagine. And the significance for it and the state of Lebanon will be devastating. All I have to say to that is...
Shut up, bitch!
Anyway, so this is هيك على الخفيف we're just starting it light. عرفتوا كيف؟
يلعن عيري برو شو هيدا.
You haven't seen this before?
لا هلا شفته أول مرة.
شو عندك كمان? There's this guy Eddie Cohen, who I'm not sure who he is. He's like an Arab he's an Arab Israeli, something like that. He works for the government. حاطط هيدا tweet. He shared a video of a destroyed Gaza. He's like كان اسمها غزة بيروت القادمة. Fucking nice.
Hello.
Chill. Good times. Cool. Good times. That's cool. There's this photo. Someone, I don't know who posted this. I think Tao Krebich.
Yeah.
A video of skiing in Lebanon. And some of the comments were a bunch of Israelis and Zionists being like, this is going to be our country soon. This first comment is like, soon Israel will take this site and I'll drink on top of this mountain. And Magic Big Blue, he says...
What's that accent?
I think it's my Israeli accent. Let me try an Israeli accent. Magic Big Blue, soon to become Israel. Ilay Helper in 7. Soon it will become Israel, inshallah. I don't know what kind of accent is this.
Yeah, that's good, I think.
Better. Look at all these fucking freaks, genocidal Zionist freaks in the comments, but don't ياخدوا our mountains. Hala, this isn't why the war is gonna start. بس إنه
مش كمان زار بيس.
هيدا شفت على Twitter. Chinese warships are headed to Lebanon. So breaking Israel-Hamas war. China deploys warships to region amid fears of wider conflict. China has deployed 6 warships, including a guided missile destroyer, amid escalating tensions to the region. Initially, these warships left the shores of Oman for an undisclosed location on October 14th, as per Chinese state media, only to find out today that they were coming to park outside the Israeli genocidal party. Remember that the U.S. deployed its most advanced aircraft carrier more than a week ago, and just a few days ago, U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd J. Austin III ordered about 2,000 more U.S. troops to prepare to deploy to the Middle East in support of Israel. So yes, there's a massive American warship that's just like parked outside, just chilling to support Israel. The Chinese are sending warships. Britain, Germany, and France have sent military and civilian planes to evacuate civilians from Israel. No one wants an escalation, but they're all preparing for it. So, mixed signals. Yani, you could say that the warship is here to prevent an escalation, but is it just provoking an escalation? Yani, again, I'm not a... This is the... Guys, yani, I'm the last person you would consider an expert on any of this stuff. But this is... So this is a tweet from Omar Tammo. Israel says Hezbollah risks dragging Lebanon into a wider regional war after a night of intense cross-border fire. Over 60,000 people in Israel have been evacuated along the border with Lebanon. About 1,500 Lebanon families took refuge in schools in Tyre. فإنه عم بتبلش القصة تبج. People are leaving. People are evacuating the Israeli border and the Lebanese border. This is from Greg Karlstrom. Channel 14, which operates on behalf of Netanyahu, quoted anonymous sources claiming that the situation on the Lebanese border is becoming complicated and therefore we shouldn't enter Gaza now. This is a video from the Young Turks that I just watched today. They're like a leftist YouTube channel. They have a lot of problems with the Young Turks recently, but they have good coverage sometimes.
In an interview with CNN today, the former Israeli ambassador to the U.S. argued that maybe it would be a better idea for the Israeli government to contain Hamas in the Gaza Strip and instead direct their attention to Lebanon, where Hezbollah operates, because the argument is that Hezbollah has larger numbers and is a larger threat to Israel. So understand what that would mean, okay? Understand the kind of thinking behind that. That would expand the war to other countries, including Lebanon. And it also doesn't help that the United States deployed.
I kind of see some logic in this because I feel like they've already carpet bombed half of Gaza. You can't get rid of Hamas. Okay, what is Hamas? Like, you can get rid of Hamas, but you're not going to get rid of like the spirit of like resistance from the Palestinians. So get rid of Hamas. A couple of years from now, something else will rise to replace Hamas. And now you're creating a whole bunch of other extremists and people who hate Israel in Gaza and in Palestine with all the bombings and all these murders and the genocide. So for the Israelis to feel like they've accomplished something in this, other than just genociding a bunch of random civilians, they're going to want to maybe hit Hezbollah. I don't know why, Anna, every day I wake up feeling different vibes about the war. Hala, we're going to talk about that. But it's like, hala, right now, if you ask me, I feel like we're getting a 2006 scenario. I feel like it's going to hit 2006 levels. It's mixed. When you go on Twitter, you go on social media.
The same way?
I'm starting to feel kind of... I was 15, 16 years old when 2006 happened.
On the missiles.
ما بتذكر pre-war بس هلا يعني there's so much talk of it. So I have a friend at work, for example, who told me, my friend بالحزب told me إنه عم بيتجندوا next week بيكونوا وصلوا الأسلحة. Me and my friends are thinking of finding somewhere to rent بالشمال as a precaution. Like, I don't know what the fuck is happening. I see people saying that there might be an all-out war. Some people saying it might be just a small-scale war only focused on the south. Some people are saying we might get another 2006. Embassies, this is kind of what's freaking out. Embassies have been sending email. I'm an American citizen, and I know at Dish I'm privileged to even say that. Most of you guys watching might not have an exit strategy. Not only am I lucky enough to have a passport, email, they're even offering to give me a loan if I can't afford a ticket. I've been getting these like every day. Event, U.S. citizens who wish to depart Lebanon should leave now due to the unpredictable security situation. There are still commercial flights available, but there is reduced capacity. Please check flight options at Beirut, airport. Please monitor local media reports and follow the instructions of security and emergency response officials. If you need a financial assistance loan from the US government to purchase tickets on a flight to depart Lebanon or are interested in receiving messages from the US Department of State, please complete this crisis intake form and you will continue to receive communications from us. If you are aware of additional US citizens seeking assistance, blah, 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 contact us here. We have updated our travel advisory to level 4. Do not travel. Well, the Department of State urges U.S. citizens not to travel to Lebanon. We recommend that U.S. citizens in Lebanon make appropriate arrangements to leave the country. Commercial options currently remain available. We recommend that U.S. citizens who choose not to depart prepare contingency plans for emergency situations. So I've been getting these every day, and they send them at every time of day. In the morning, ashi, when you're about to sleep, it's like constantly like, get the fuck out, get the fuck out, leave while you still can, leave while you still can. Well, hey, we'll pay for your ticket if you want to leave. It's like, bro, okay, it sounds simple. Just get on a plane and leave. You're an American citizen, right? Phil, bro, I have a fucking job, man. I have a job here, a full-time job that like I can't be in the States if you fed it. 7 ساعات وقت and I'm there and I'm trying to like fucking work and like
absolutely.
It's not easy, it's not doable, you know what I mean? I've been given another option. The company that I work for is based in Dubai. My CEO has been fucking awesome. Damon, he's always on top of stuff like this. As soon as this started, he sent us like all messages like, I'm willing, if you guys want to come stay in Dubai for a little while, wait it out, see what's happening, I'll pay for all of your tickets to Dubai. But it's like I would need to find a friend or a family member to stay with for a while. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not excited to do that. Like I don't want to sleep on someone's couch, bother them for an undisclosed amount of time. Like I don't know how long this is gonna last. I might be going for 2 weeks, I might be going for a month, maybe it's a month and a half. I can't travel, not know how long I'm staying there, especially I'm becoming kind of a burden. I have a cat. To take a cat to Dubai is kind of a whole process, but it needs at least like 2 weeks to get a blood test and get the results so I can get the right paperwork for him to go with me. And if there's a war that's going to break out, I'm not leaving my cat to be Lebanon. I want to go take my cat with me wherever I go. I can't take my cat to Dubai to stay at someone's house and like not only burden them with myself, but with a pet. And if I want to go to the States, again, like, first of all, my sister is allergic to cats. But they're willing to have him there, of course. But like, the whole thing's complicated. I personally don't want to live in Dubai. If I have to live in Dubai for my job, I would have to. I'm not a fan of Dubai. I don't see myself living there. So it's not a decision that I can make lightly. It's something that I have to think about. But what do you want to do? You have 3 days where they're going to blow up the airport. You want to live in the States and quit your job? You want to move to Dubai? Or you want to stay here and die? It's like, what the fuck, bro? Can I take a day to think about it? And you don't have time to think about it because I have a job. Like I have a fucking work. Like during the day, I'm trying to think. I'm like, fuck, what do I do? We're in a WhatsApp group. I'm جاري بنحكي اليوم. Like امبارح we're talking about what is everyone doing? Are people looking into options? And I'm like, I have work in parallel. Like I have this fucking giant document that I have to work on and write. I have to prep for the podcast. I have to edit this on the Michelle. And I'm like, by the way, like, do you want to move out and leave? It's like, oh my and I'm the lucky one. I'm the lucky one because I have the option to fucking leave and I have the passport, So, and I'm not complaining. But it's also having a passport. Yeah, it's a way out, of course. I can just hop on a plane or something and leave. But like, there's a lot of things to consider. I can't just get on. If I go to the States, I might as well quit my job. My cat is like my child, I can't just leave him. Well, he's just a cat. He's not just a cat. He's my fucking child, He's coming with me if there's a fucking war. And he's already been through a lot, man. He's been through August 4th. What are you guys sort of شو الوضع معكم؟ أنا every day I'm confused as fuck. I wake up, like last night I went to my boxing. Everyone's boxing. It was like a normal day. Everything's normal. I'm like, okay, I woke up this morning feeling normal. But then you get on Twitter, you get on social media, you see Netanyahu video, you read a message, and they're getting their weapons in a week. It's like, what the fuck do I do, bro? And the embassy's like sending you emails, leave. How are you guys dealing with this?
It has been hard to manage like normal life what's been happening and تسمع قصص بس إنه you don't see it or life looks normal and it seems normal like
that's the thing.
ما بتفهم how to feel or how to function. For me إنه ما بعتقد I would leave honestly إنه I could go to Turkey now إذا بدي بس I don't think I would أنه عائلتي كلهم no one is thinking of leaving and I wouldn't go لحالي.
Yeah.
Currently أنه I'm in the process of applying for jobs وهيك so أنه it's very complicated لا.
أنا كمان هيك. I would rather die next to my family than them dying alone.
I would rather die standing up than live on my knees. I love that.
بس ما كثير غريبة إنه انت مثلا انه فيك تفل وتجي لانه عائلتك هونيك فهمت شو قصدي بس انه انا مثلا عن جد ماي اونلي ايشو خي حتى انا اذا بدي اروح اعمل ماستر برا ما بعرف انه كثير ما بحب مثلا اروح اعمل ماستر برا وضيق هون كثير غريب هذا الشيء.
I did tell you guys yesterday, and I'm not saying this right because the cameras are on. But yeah, my family isn't here. I have a little bit of family, of course, on my mom's side of the family, cousins. But my mom, my dad, and my sister, my direct family, they're all in the States.
Yeah.
But you guys are also my family, and I told you guys, it would feel very weird for me to like run away and escape and leave all of them just chilling here like I'm safe chilling in the States. Hey guys, how's it going? عم بياكلوها.
But again, I know we would want someone to survive يعني.
مش رح نموت
For
كلنا.
the legacy.
If the four of us are here, ما بحس all of us are gonna get killed.
هون ومتنا let's say انه ما حدا حيستفيد.
I know, بس انه كمان it feels weird and I'm your.
We want you to be safe.
I know, بس انه أنا for me, unless I know you guys are safe, it would feel weird for me not to be here. And relax, if I'm here and you guys are here, let's fucking host a show during a fucking war, bro. Like we'll be the one show بعده standing بنص دين الأسف. I don't want to be like war isn't a joke. Like hey, let's do war for fun. And I want to show you actually a video. Check this out. This is a tweet from someone who now has like they made their account private, so I'm not going to show who tweeted this out. But I thought this was actually a very relevant and poignant tweet. It says people think war is fun until it's not fun anymore. And he shares two videos. One that's like before the war and then after the war. So check out this guy. مبسوط انه حرب عم تبلش. He's a guy from Gaza. حرام يعني معطر.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أقسم بالله شعور عزة وفخر وتمكين الله أكبر.
He's very happy later in the video. He says, هيدا أحلى شعور بالعالم, أحلى صوت بالعالم, the sound of rockets leaving هيدا. That's him a few days later after the reality of war has set in and after the brutal genocide that the Israelis have done.
الوضع كثير صعب الوضع كثير صعب كثير شهادة كثير وجرحة كثير قاعد برقله شهادة قاعد بقول له احكي اشهد ان لا اله الا الله هودو قدامي هودو.
There's people dying in front of him يعني.
Yeah, but I don't like this narrative انه ليك بالاول كيف كان وهلا عم يبكي انه
yes
okay بالاول he was excited انه they were fighting back.
I know بس في كتير عالم كمان on social media.
Everyone was excited to be fair.
I wouldn't say excited. أنا
مش excited انه yay انه بس انه it was something new.
I know بس أنا على social media you see a lot of people. إيه نحن people على تيك توك وإيه نحن شو فيها ونحن we're ready to fight. It's like bro, most of you guys you get an anxiety attack if you get into an argument مع حدا على Instagram or on Twitter. So let alone having someone here trying to fucking kill you with guns.
Yeah,
Most people, especially يعني most people keyboard warriors. I'm just saying ما كتير عالم تتحمس على war when 99% of us are gonna end up like this kid crying and being fucking scared shitless. It's not something that حتى when I say I was just using this comment to be like I want to stay here and report and do the show during the war. ما بدي حدا once I'm crying later حدا يعمل لي the same collage like let's fucking stay during the war that أنا عم ببكي بعد شيء كلهم ماتوا. It's like
do not worry edits.
You know what I mean?
انت لحالك كنا احنا
كلكم ميتين. I'm holding your bodies like you know. أنا أول واحد رح موت إذا قصفوا شركة كهرباء برو. أنا باي باي.
Our jokes have gotten so dark by the
I'm
way.
fucking dead. أنا our lives have gotten dark since 2020. It's not been good times.
انا وجاي التاكسي سالني السؤال بعدنا هلا عم فكر فيه اذا اعطوكم باروده بتحاربوا.
اكيد لا برو.
ديسكليمر الزلمه
لا
قاعد بسمع بشيش ميل على الراديو يعني
بس انه if I have to take
ايه بس سالنا ايه وهيك بتعرف بس هيك يظبط الميروار ليصير هيك انه اي كونتاكت بيناتكم وعم بسوق.
And I never
get out.
Yeah, the worst. So speaking of airlines, so Middle East Airlines, hey, this is from the Spectator Index. It's a shitty resource, but it's accurate. Just in, director of Lebanon's Middle East Airlines says it has transferred 13 of its planes to Cyprus and Jordan amid concerns over escalation of the war and possible strikes on Beirut airport. So I think MEA has like what 26 or 23 planes. Shiheke, more than half of them have now been parked in airports around the world. They're barely operational. يعني في بس كم طيارة عم تترك لبنان. Lufthansa, أنا كنت حاجز ticket for December 22nd. I was going to the States for Christmas. I reserved the ticket December 22nd. Lufthansa Lufthansa suspends Beirut flights amid Middle East tensions up until the 31st of October. So even if I wanted to change my Lufthansa ticket to like the 27th, 28th, ما في فل. I'm stuck. So I did call the people who from where I bought the ticket. I could switch it out to like another airline, Egypt Air. I can fly out with Egypt Air. So I have to pay a little bit extra money. Then if I want to take Leopold, I have to pay. This whole thing, it's all gonna cost money, which is fine. Hey, if you want to live, but and if you guys, I'm honestly, I'm gonna feel so wrong if I leave and you guys are just fucking chilling here. That's so fucking weird, bro. عن جد يعني انتوا خلص, you're staying for sure. You don't want to leave.
انا ما بعرف.
انه ما
Elijah, by the way, Elijah منه هون. Elijah أول واحد مزبط البلان. Elijah عنده, he has a trip. He's traveling like to France. He has a trip that he was planned for a while. In a couple of weeks. إن شاء الله المطار يكون بعده هون in 2 weeks. يعني تقدر يفل Elijah على trip. And إذا while he's in France صار في شيء وهيك يمكن يعلق هونيك يعني he's planning for possibly إذا صار شيء while he's there he might have to stay for a long time. So at least مزبط حاله. عنده ticket Elijah بعد شي جمعتين. Fingers crossed يكون بعد في مطار.
أنا I never know يمكن إنه يمكن إنه
هيك
هلا ما عندي plan.
I'm not leaving my family.
لا بس إذا something like so suddenly happened إنه ما ما بحكيك يعني.
You might leave يعني. مش هتقولي لنا.
أتخيل كلنا نفل إذا أنت لون.
أنتوا رح you're all gonna leave and not tell me bro. وأنا رح أموت بشركة الكهرباء.
تكون أنت باقي مشانه. يا الله.
I wouldn't put it past you. أنت أول واحد. أنت Elijah makes sense. He's gonna be the first one يفل. بس أنت
نور.
أنت the second.
أنا بخلي دوكيومنتير.
هلا كان في.
Always make me so evil.
عم نمزح معك هلا. Amy Lee. هيدي راحت Amy Lee from the last. Does she look like Amy Lee from Evanescence with her new hair? بلا it's a compliment.
It is but I don't.
كان في قصص كمان. A lot of misinformation is being spread on social media. هيدا this was sorry this is هيدا wrong one. هيدا الاكونت شو اسمه ماريو نوفل. هيدا نيك اختها ماريو نوفل. Every tweet he sends you gotta assume 50-50 chance تكون غلط. So ماريو نوفل 50-50 flip a coin it's wrong or هيدا. هون كتب breaking loud explosions heard in Jazin southern Lebanon from an Israeli drone attack 4 minutes ago. This is a very serious escalation by Israeli forces responding to Hezbollah's attacks as Jazin was not attacked by Israel since the 2006 major war. He got corrected.
مين هيدا بس؟
Mario Naufal, ما بعرف. Romy corrected him. The explosions were not in the town of Jazin. They were between Rihan and Sujud. What's interesting is that last month the media was talking about a new Hezbollah airport in the area and the approximate location matches where the explosions were heard. So that's one thing. وكمان Mario Naufal كمان footage arrivals at the Lebanon International Airport. Everyone is leaving. No one is coming. هون Eli Tuma, one of our patrons, friend of the show and one of our patrons, good man Eli Tuma, he's like, videos from the COVID days, fake again. So ما بيزبطوا معنا ماري بس they all go viral and then when you tell them they're fake ما بيمحيون. He doesn't delete the fake tweets. He fucking leaves them up there to create more fucking confusion. كتير مزعج. I hate these people. Maybe he gets engagement. وهلا Elon Musk الآن بيدفع لك the more engagement you get. So you have incentive to just put incendiary shit out there that's going to get shared and engagement without actually being accurate. فموضوع evacuations وهيك يعني ما بعرف أنا I'm tempted to stay because just the thought of leaving is very complicated. Again,
I wouldn't leave by the way. I take what I said back.
You're not going to leave?
لا.
I want you guys, and if you guys want to, I want you guys to be safe. بس أنا بقول if you guys are here I feel weird leaving. If you guys leave, I feel way more comfortable leaving knowing that انتوا كمان you guys are safe. Not that I'm gonna come protect you. إذا صار في أسف يعني أنا I'm gonna stand over you and like.
شو بدك تعمل؟
خلي معنويا يعني. It would just kind of be weird if I just fucking bailed and you guys are here. All right, peace, guys. I'm leaving.
We don't expect you to.
Just say كونك.
I'm better than you expect. شو بدي أقول أنا I am better. أنا I've already يعني أنا in 2006 I've already evacuated. I was talking to my friend Danny, patron كمان على الشو. فليت on 2006 بالأورينت كوين and I left on the cruise ship. It was horrible. بالباتو big ass cruise ship. It was a weird experience. It was like it took like 24 hours. It was like 8 people in a room. So and I just chilled on the deck. We were talking to soldiers, but Zakat like and I was very young. I was like 15. Like ooh, an American soldier. We thought it was the coolest thing. I'm like you fucking Zionist pigs or whatever the fuck. They gave us these MREs, holy the military food that they.
Yeah, Anna, my favorite YouTube category. MREs.
I had a bunch of them, man. I had like souvenir. I had souvenir MREs for years. ما كنت كتبهم كنت أتركهم like these are from the 2006 war. Yeah, man, it was weird times. I don't want to do that again, though. And if it is gonna escalate, I'd rather leave normally. Get on a plane, اتبهدل on a fucking boat, وخد شنطة, one bag per person. I don't want to do that shit, bro. So ايه
انا بس بالMREs طلع بلاقي كل هول كراكرز تبعون
بيقرفوا الMREs بيقرفوا.
Crackers
It tastes
are
like
like
ass.
the least
Not-
appetizing بحيالله شيء
خلص
بالعالم.
Amy Schumer.
إنه قال مع شيء.
Our favorites from last week, Amy Schumer with Sarah Silverman, two Zionist comedians. They're both extremely Did you know that Amy Schumer was almost in the Barbie movie? Do you guys know that? Amy Schumer was going to write the Barbie movie and star in it. They fell through. They didn't like really what or she said that the studio wanted her to be too woke. She's like, I didn't want to. And we didn't see eye to eye. Thank fucking God. Can you imagine Amy fucking Schumer as Barbie? Oh my, I fucking hate Amy Schumer. Anyways, she's sharing some more dumb shit. Look at this. She shared this on her Instagram, which I'm like, what do you mean, Yani? She says, ancient Egypt. Okay, so civilizations, nations, and empires that have tried to destroy the Jewish people. It says the name of the nation and then its status. Ancient Egypt, X, gone. The Philistines, X, gone. Assyrian Empire, X, gone. Hey, I'm Assyrian, you fucking bitch!
Shut up, bitch!
And again, I don't call women bitches. I've clarified that before. Just Amy Schumer. The Assyrians, what did we do to Jews? So the Babylonian Empire, gone. Persian Empire, gone. Greek Empire, gone. No, they're not. The Greek Empire, Persian. Okay. Roman Empire, gone. Byzantine Empire, gone. Crusaders, gone. Spanish Empire, gone. Nazi Germany, gone. Soviet Union, gone. Iran, question mark. So she's basically calling to destroy Iran. Like, let's fucking go. You see all these other countries that tried to fuck with the Jews, they're gone. Except Iran. Wink, wink. Let's bomb
Egypt?
Bro, she's fucking stupid as fuck.
لا عن جد what a stupid t-shirt if you think about it.
انه
historically speaking how stupid is that?
Look at this shit, man. Amy Schumer, her stories. An Islamic jihad missile killed hundreds of innocent Palestinians in a hospital in Gaza. Many Western outlets published a propaganda lie blaming Israel without fact-checking. Facts only reached the headlines an hour later. Fire the BBC News, New York Times, Sky News, CNN editors who put terrorist lies on their homepages. Lies that stoke anti-Jewish hatred worldwide. Hold media prejudice accountable. وبعدهم هيدا this hospital, we're going to talk about this hospital in a second. لأنه كس اخت العالم اللي بعده بيقولوا له إنه they hit themselves with a rocket. The fucking Israelis have bombed every single hospital in Gaza, all 22 or 25 of them. So why is anyone shocked when they hit one and they murder 300 people? No, we would never. And the West, as if we're going to believe the Western media. Sarah Silverman shared this on her Instagram. There's a very strange thing happening. Many are saying that it's inhumane that Israel is cutting off water/electricity to Gaza. Israel made it pretty simple. Release the hostages and we will turn it back on. Instead of pleading with Hamas to release civilian hostages, which include babies and toddlers, there are politicians, cough cough AOC, calling Israel inhumane. If that isn't enough for you, Israel does not need to supply Gaza with these resources, which they do for free. If Hamas didn't spend billions of dollars on terrorism, they would be able to build the infrastructure to support themselves. So she's saying that Israel has no responsibility to provide water or electricity to Gaza, even though millions of civilians rely on that. Then she said she was stoned. When people gave her shit for it, she said she was just high when she shared that.
True.
Bitch, is this the kind of shit you do when you're stoned?
Yeah,
You know what most people do when they're high? They watch a nice little movie. You know what I mean? Maybe they
have a little snack.
they snack a little extra hard. Maybe they enjoy a nice little refreshing iced tea. Just the cotton mouth, just like a little.
واصلا by the way هن يعني حماس كان بدهم to release the hostages بس ما هن في شيء.
There's two hostages that they wanted to release two hostages. The Israelis refused. هلا رجع مشي الحال. They did release them. Those old ladies. And one of them actually she's in trouble for the sanctuary. So one of them shook the hand of the Hamas militant right before she was leaving. And Israelis are fucking going crazy over this now. Like, why did you shake this man's hand? And they just interviewed her. I was watching right before you guys came here. She's like, they were so nice. They were so respectful. They made sure we had everything we needed. I'm not sitting here and defending Hamas. They literally killed the shit out of a bunch of Israeli civilians. So it's not like, oh, look at, they're so sweet and peaceful. But no, they were nice to the hostages, apparently.
بس كل قصدنا إنه let's not lie to the people.
Yeah.
So this actually happened.
This actually happened. Look at that handshake right there. So I don't know there's so much to talk about. So حكينا عن Amy Schumer. Let's talk about the hospital Assyria.
Yeah.
Just very quickly. This is the image of the press conference held after the bomb. You can see doctors surrounded by literal dead bodies. There's a little dead baby. Elijah, you might have to just blur out some of the stuff. This is a doctor at the hospital talking about sort of the massacre that just happened with just his emotional sort of reaction.
This is really a genocide. You can see all the dead bodies behind me, all of these casualties. They try to find a safe place in the only Christian hospital in Gaza. Al-Ahli National Hospital, Arab National Hospital. It's the only Christian hospital in Gaza. They try to find a safe place, they try to find a shelter. And they have been attacked by a barbaric bombardment. And all of these casualties came to the hospital, came as body parts amputated without any signs of life. We have received many casualties today in this massacre. This is really a genocide. According to the international humanitarian law, if you know what is the international humanitarian law, the hospital is supposed to be a safe place. It's supposed to be a shelter for the displaced people. And this is one of my neighborhood. His home is completely destroyed. He tried to find a safe place.
Haram Kif, his voice is cracking at the end. Can you imagine being surrounded by this many dead bodies, bro? How does one maintain his sanity? So CNN, NPR, Reuters that didn't even admit, that weren't even willing to admit Issam Abdullah was murdered by the Israelis. And we don't know, no, it looks like it was no one fucking believes you fuckers anymore. Wala Reuters, wala اختربكم كلكم بأيرة, wala CNN. You're all pieces of shit, okay? You will cover, you're all bought and owned by Israeli lobbyists, and they will not fucking dare speak the truth, bro. So there's not much more that we can say about this hospital. It's infuriating. Look how far this is getting. Parents are writing down their kids' names on their arms and legs in case a bomb hits and they get decapitated so they can at least identify the fucking bodies. Look at the desperation. And I wanted to draw a parallel between this and haram, the Jews that were tattooed the Holocaust, the numbers.
I wanted to say
this
that
is
as
different
well.
and it's a different context. But no,
mainly why they were tattooed?
Jews were tattooed when
The
they went into
Jews-
concentration camps
to
to be identified. You're a Jew number Hayda. But this is you're marking yourself for a completely different reason. But no, it's fucked up, man. It's fucked up. There's this folder. I'm looking at a folder called Depressing, where I've just gathered a bunch of just depressing videos and photos and just things. This is a photo of a little girl who wrote her will. She's like fucking 7 years old, bro. Okay, Maktub al-Arabi, I'm just going to read the English version. It says, hello, my name is Haya, and I will write my will now. 1, my money, 45 for my mother, 5 for Zaina, 5 for Hashim, 5 for my grandma, 5 for Aunt Hiba, and 5 for Aunt Maryam, 5 for Uncle Abdo and Auntie Sarah. Yani they masari like 70, what is this? Like 70, I don't know what currency they use over there. So like say $70. And Umeshi, 45 for my mom, $5 for Zaina, 5. My toys and all my stuff for my friends, Zaina, my sister, Dima, Menna, and Amal. 3, my clothes to my uncle's daughters, and if there's anything left, donate them. 4, my shoes, donate them to the poor and vulnerable, after washing it, of course, with a heart. Yani what a sweet fucking angel. What a sweet angel. And this is what they're doing to these kids, yani. By the way, again, this comes out on Thursday. We're recording on Tuesday. I was on my phone. Apparently, hospitals in Gaza have called for like an emergency. Like they're out of everything. For injuries. They're using vinegar. They're drinking, if they want to drink, عم بيشربوا مصل. عم بيشربوا liquid اللي بيحطوه بالمصل عم بيشربوهم to stay hydrated. Okay, so there's this update. Palestinians in Gaza tell me that the extreme smell of death from the thousands of decaying bodies that are trapped in the rubble has gotten unbearable in many locations. Also, because of the sheer volume of death and decay, flies are completely out of control. They are now everywhere and are inescapable. 3, the number of working toilets with water to flush is down 90% across much of Gaza. People wait in line for hours, sometimes 4 to 5 hours, to use toilets. As a result, people are having to go wherever they can. Toilet paper and feminine products are now scarce. As a result of all of this, early signs that sickness and disease will spread are starting to appear. Different types of pox are spreading. There's 50,000 pregnant women that don't have access to anything, to water, to food, to care. من تيك اخت الدنيا. We are literally watching and we're saying it. The word genocide has lost kind of shrub its meaning, I think, over the past few days. We're all throwing it around. Genocide. We're watching a genocide. بطل في بنايات وين هيعيشوا العالم. نيكو اختهم. They are wiping them out. وعندك the fucking insane US media and the Western media fucking covering for this, and we can all see what يعني 10 years from now, bro, I don't know how we're going to look back at this fucking period. وكمان, something that I want to add, I feel I don't want to go to the fucking States because they're fucking funding this genocide. Part of me, it feels very fucking weird to escape and try to get security from the fucking people who are funding this fucking genocide. The US gives Israel $4 billion a year. وهلا Joe Biden is considering, I don't know if they've actually signed it, a $100 billion package for Israel and Ukraine. Okay, you know how much it costs to end homelessness in the States? $20 billion. Democrats were trying to cancel student loan debt for people. Oh no, I still have like $3,000 in student loans just to try to help out. No, we can't afford it. The US government can't afford it. If anyone, during COVID, the government wanted to give Americans a little bit of relief, a little bit of cash relief. People weren't working, people were closing their businesses. La, it's a handout. We can't afford it. We can't give. But when it comes to war, they have no problem signing off hundreds of billions of dollars to buy fucking weapons from all these weapons manufacturers who work for the US government. It's all money in there, bro, and take ikhta. So come in to go hide in the States, and it feels kind of fucking wrong. And I've loved the States. I've lived in the States for a long time. There's so much I love about that country, but the older I get, the more disillusioned I get with all of this. And the price, I see the cost that the States, for it to be the country that it is, nek ukht l'aalam killo, bro. Me included. And some of the taxes that I paid in the States have been used against me. I'm a US citizen, bro. Americans are literally fucking bombing us, and they're supplying Israel with bombs using the tax dollars that I paid. So I'm also not that fucking excited to go to the States, to be honest with you. And to be surrounded by people who, oh, isn't the issue complicated? Don't Israelis have the right to defend themselves? It's like I'm gonna fucking roll my eyes, bro. You know what I mean? So I'm not that excited.
Male, your intentions are honorable.
There's a bunch of other depressing shit from last week. It's Anjad, sorry, it's so this video about the drone footage.
I'm Motaz, and I will show you the massive destruction that happened to the Zahra city in the middle of the strip. More than 14 residential towers got destroyed by the Israeli airstrikes. Imagine how many people have been homeless and lost their places, like Gaza need and you.
Look at this, bro.
This is crazy.
You can't even. I can't even comprehend this. You see it, but you can't process the damage.
No, you can't make the buildings apart.
ما في شيء. There's just this one thing I just want to check. I saw this like 2 weeks ago. I forgot to talk about it last week. This was by Arwa Ibrahim, a father in Gaza. He said, I did the strangest thing today. I exchanged my children with my brothers. I took 2 of his children and gave him 2 of mine. So in case I get bombed, 1 of mine will survive. And if he gets bombed, 1 of his will live on. So this, with writing names on kids' arms, with little 5-year-olds writing their wills, do you see what is happening? And you guys watching, you know what's happening. I don't know what I'm hoping to accomplish with this fucking video. Just one more thing. Look at this. A lot of people, Damon asking that. Americans, would you care if dogs? How about you guys love puppies, don't you? You love golden retrievers. What if we told you golden retrievers live in Gaza as well? Would you guys care about the lives of puppies? Look at this. To be honest, I'm not sure. This could be in Ukraine. I saw this on Twitter. It's fucking depressing. Okay, look at this little puppy shaking from the bombardments. Yeah, little baby.
Little puppy.
Haram, bro. And look at that, man. My cat has lived through August 4, 2020. Leopold was around. Leopold was fucking terrified. He wasn't eating properly after the explosion for a few days. He was stressed as fuck. And animals suffer. This is why if I evacuate, come in, I want to take my pet with me. I ain't leaving my baby here, baby.
Yeah. Oh, all the videos come in, and what they hurt to see.
Everything. I don't want to too many. This is a video of doctors. Come in. I've seen videos of doctors like because they're working and they find out that their like kid is dead or their mom or their dad is dead because he's on duty and the mijiburo like a body. Here's your dead father. It's like, bro, it's crazy. Let's take a little meme break. We need a meme break. We got Samira, showing solidarity with the fighters over in the north.
الله يحمي حزب الله والباقي كله شو النصر
حلت الحرب.
شو؟
حلت الحرب خلص.
حالش it's over. I love it. مع حركة أمل من كم يوم هلا أكيد هلا حزب الله is different. عنا RC, you know RC is giving his take. أنا ولا RC? Let's watch.
أنا إجمالا سياسي ما بحكي، بس هيدا اللي هلا بدي أحكيه منه سياسي، هيدا شيء إنساني. يا ولاد الشارموطة قاصفين مستشفى فيها ناس أبرياء وطفالة ومرضى وناس ختيارة وحيوانات. لازم ما يكون في دولة عربية مش واقفة مع فلسطين ومع غزة. شو بدي لكم؟ الله يرحم كل الشهداء يا رب. مش شهداء، ضحايا هون، ما بتسميهم شهداء، هول ضحايا. زلمة نايم بتاخده مريض مات. الله لا يوفقكم. نحن مع السلام ما بدنا حرب، بس بهيك موقف لازم كل الدول العربية تاخد موقف مع ناس مظلومين. الشعب الفلسطيني انظلم كتير ونحن كلنا معهم وقلبنا معكم، وشو بنقدر نعمل ما رح نقصر. بس خلي هالشعب يتحرك بقى، خلي هالدول العربية يتحرك بقى.
Gentlemen, I just wish like برافو أولاً RC. بنحبك كتير يا RC وملاتيك، يعني ما في مثلك. بس كمان عن جد يعني البلاد العربية bro, like بحس Saudi Arabia bro and the UAE have so much power man. If they wanted to swing their dicks around and make something happen bro, they can. They have all the money, they have all the influence, they have all the power. You know what I mean? They need to realign their interests.
Well, that's why they have power.
حتى كمان
I know. But it's like who? Because شو لبنان بده يساعد مصر all of our shitty broke ass fucking countries نحن ما فينا نعمل شيء. They're the only ones who could do something. So I would hope بس إنه Abu Hadi, he's quickly becoming my favorite character. صراحة يعني he's definitely the number one Samir Adik imitator. I'm starting to think he has the Benjamin Button disease where you look old when you're young.
تخلق كبير.
I don't know what it's called, but I think that's what he has. Look at that. Look at his face. Let's play this first Palestine video.
اسمع، نحن عمدى العصور مكسورين ومنهانين، والحكام لهذا اليوم ساكتين. أنا فدى ترابك يا فلسطين.
I thought it was just a movie thing.
لا
He's got a lot, man. He's got a whole the Benjamin Button disease?
لا
it's real. It's not actually like, you know, the movie they made it كتير.
Yeah, no, he doesn't get smaller.
You don't turn into a baby. It was like a time that he was.
هو the disease انه بتخلق عندك features كبار.
Yeah, and like you, I don't know how it works exactly, but I just get, you know, Benjamin Button vibe. That's the second one.
اسمع، بإذن الله على فلسطين رح نفوت وبإيدنا نرجع نعمر كل البيوت، نرفع علمك يا فلسطين شوكي بعيون اليهود. الله.
We don't. Anytime someone goes for the Jews, we do not zero support. It has nothing. Again, it really has nothing to do with Jewish people. Zionism is the problem. I fucking love Jewish people, but one of my best friends in the States was Jewish, and I say was because he passed away, and I love him, and I met his family, and I love his family, and they're the best.
في a nice video about a Jewish person.
We do. Remind me.
We can do it now.
بدنا نخلص أبو هادي بعد في اثنين.
Okay.
He's really into it. Maybe هو فلسطيني.
أبو هادي شو حيفوت يعمل قصدي أنا.
يا عمي.
رح ينيك ربهم. أبو هادي we gotta unleash him هلا. We send him to the south. شوف هيدي. This one's like deep.
اسمع، لا تأسفن على غدر الزمان، لطالما رقصت على جثث الأسود كلاب، تبقى الكلاب كلاب وتبقى الأسود أسودا. لك خيار.
Let's fucking go. I will follow this man to fucking death. I will follow this man to the end of the fucking world.
Oh my God.
I will follow
he
this
said
man.
that all wrong, like the.
شو هي؟
I don't even know what the fuck he's talking about.
Like the grammar of it.
هيك like نور grammar. هيدي مش pro Palestine. هيدي بس قلت if anyone doesn't know who Abu Hadi is, this is a specialty.
اسمع، لكل واحد مضغوط مني اوعى تفقعوا وتقلد لي زبالة خيار.
عن جد thank God for this meme break. I needed it. We're gonna switch from the memes شوي to something a little bit more depressing. كمان في كتير. I have way more than we can cover in this episode, guys. I'm sorry. I want to talk about these cringe Americans. We talked about last week how a lot of these Israelis are actually Americans and people from all over the world. But a lot of Americans, hey, they're in New Jersey, hey, they're in Minnesota. This one's from Michigan. This guy's from Virginia. They're all because they're Jewish, they have like a claim to go to Israel and they can go for free and they're given land, etc. So you got a bunch of Americans who are going there, stealing houses from people. This is an American lady who's making gluten-free cookies for the soldiers. شوفوا شو همها.
This is a day in my life, We're at War edition. After hearing that there was a major lack of gluten-free, celiac-safe food at army bases across the country, we got together with a gluten-free bakery in Jerusalem to make sure those soldiers got fed. On our way to the bakery, the city of Jerusalem felt eerie and empty. We immediately started baking breads, cookies, and cakes to deliver across the country to different soldiers, thanks to volunteers who offered to drive for us. We quickly understood that we were running out of flour and that we would need to find more and lots of it if we were going to be able to get.
We're running out of flour. Is that a better?
No gluten-free flour on its shelves, but
I'm making.
We found what we needed. We were able to continue our work for the day, but we knew that we wouldn't be.
Anyways, it's fucking stupid. Okay.
عن جد يا الله, they don't have gluten-free flour.
They don't have gluten-free flour. So for example, listen to this IDF soldier talking to Baheda.
Let's play a game. Put a finger down if you've had rockets launched at your home.
Where are you from, lady? Your accent's very American.
Down if your social media is flooded with obituaries.
Like, you know what I mean? This lady was she was living in the States. She decided I want to go to fucking Israel and join the IDF and kill some fucking Palestinians. It's fucking insane, bro. Okay, look at that. Remember this guy from a few years ago? Jacob?
Jacob, you know this is not your house.
Yes, but if I go, you don't go back. So what's the problem? Why are you yelling at me? I didn't do this.
He's a settler.
I didn't do this.
But
it's easy to yell at me, but I didn't do this.
You are stealing my house.
And if I don't steal it, someone else is going to steal it.
No one.
This guy is literally from New Jersey. I've been saying Jersey. He's in Jersey, bro. Like, he literally came from the States. He went there. I'm going to steal this lady's house. If I don't steal it, someone else is going to steal it. Motherfucker, go back to Jersey. You have a house in New Jersey.
This is like seriously what's happening.
This is
like serious.
A lot of settlers have guns and shit. Hey, don't actually shows like, hey, I want to take your house.
Dude, they don't actually go into their houses.
This was serious. This was a few years ago. This was like huge. Yeah. He became a meme, this guy. I don't know how it works exactly.
What?
Because no one's gonna defend them if he wants to go take someone's house and they hit him and he calls the IDF. You can't defend. You're a second-class citizen in your own country. وهلا على السريع زوي سالدانا كبت هيدا التريزور هلا شفته قبل ما تجوا. Thank you for your unshakable moral conviction. I used to love Zoe Saldana. I gotta say, Zoe fucking Saldana. يعني عم نحكي Neytiri from Avatar. We talking. Guardians of the Galaxy. What's her name? The green lady. Gamora. We talk. Yeah, I love Zoe Saldana. She used to be my fucking desktop photo on my laptop when I was in college. So let's read what Zoe Saldana is saying. Thank you for your unshakable moral conviction, leadership, and support for the Jewish people who have been terrorized by Hamas since the group's founding over 35 years ago, and for the Palestinians who have also been terrorized, oppressed, and victimized by Hamas for the last 17 years that the group has been governing Gaza. I got one thing to say to you, Zoe.
Yeah.
Shut up, bitch!
Did you not watch last week's episode? I did this the whole episode.
Okay.
Shut up, bitch. That was the theme of the episode.
Yeah, but it's still bad.
Why?
It's still bad. I know you play it.
Oh, why? No, it's funny.
That's funny.
هلا بس عم بتسيب with women. I don't know why. I should play it for
Emma, هذا
I really don't call women bitches. Let me talk about this. I'm sorry, guys. I know. This sucks. A Jewish woman was killed in Detroit, which fucking sucks. Because last week we talked about a little a Palestinian boy that was killed by his landlord in the States. Hone, the president of a Detroit synagogue found stabbed to death outside home. Samantha Wool, aged 40, was found dead Saturday morning with multiple stab wounds outside her home. Everything I've read about this lady was that she was extremely sweet, great member of the community. Like she built bonds between the synagogue and like the local mosque. She was a very sweet, very nice lady. Has nothing to do with it. This is fucking barbaric. This is the problem with all this dangerous rhetoric coming in from both sides sometimes. Yani. Little innocent boy got stabbed last week. Sweet innocent lady got stabbed. She probably has a family. Horrific, yani. Indefensible. I saw this today. A Palestinian guy got hit by a car. Palestinian American man rammed by an SUV in Cleveland, Ohio. On Sunday afternoon, this happened on Sunday. So on Sunday afternoon, a driver in Cleveland rammed an SUV into 20-year-old Palestinian American man. The victim says the driver slowed down his car, rolled down his window, and yelled, "Kill all Palestinians and long live Israel." He swerved his car to intimidate the victim before turning around and allegedly yelling, "Die!" The victim is currently being treated at St. John West Shore Hospital for his injuries. I don't have the name of the man. But again, senseless, crazy violence. It's all in the States. A bunch of synagogues have been mosques. It's all fucked. Both كلهم عم بيجنوا على بعضهم. But yeah, tensions are high in the States. Like Muslim American hatred is back to like 9/11 levels and shit like that. في Piers Morgan's Piers Morgan, he went viral with هيدا عم بيحلبوها شوي. Bassem Youssef. They're doing a second interview.
هلا نزلوا انه it's a face-to-face interview next week.
Yeah, it's gonna be next week. Good for them. It went viral. We've all seen
لا
it.
عاملين ads وبوستر.
ما كتير شوي عم بيحلبوها.
It's a bit annoying.
Face to face. This is getting.
شوي ثقيل.
It's getting شوي ثقيل. Because Piers Morgan here. I'm just gonna look at this one thing he wrote. So Piers Morgan, he was like, update, 15 million viewers. Update, 15 million views now for my interview with Bassem Youssef, making it the most watched interview I've done since the launch of Piers Uncensored. Look, I hate Piers Morgan. Fucking hate him. Disagree with 99% of what he's saying. Even in all these interviews, he can't help himself but to throw out propaganda, pro-Israeli propaganda. He can't mention like anything about Palestine without saying, but the barbaric attacks where they beheaded babies and burnt old women alive. Those who condemned the Hamas terror attack on October 7th and now express concern over the proportionality of Israel's response are worthy of respect. Those who didn't condemn what Hamas did and have only criticized Israel's response are not. Anyways, all I want to say is I fucking hate Piers Morgan. He's a piece of shit propagandist, but I will give him credit. He's the only guy, one of the only guys in mainstream media, in the super propaganda media, that is inviting over these pro-Palestinian guests and giving them 20, 25 fucking minutes to speak openly. He's interrupting. He interrupts with his shitty propaganda. Yes, but he's giving them at least. يعني صار في كان في Bassem Youssef, كان في Hassan Piker, هلا كان في Cenk Uygur. There was this other dude from the UK who's a كثير right wing, بس إنه at least he's getting these people on, who he's giving them room. Piers is adding nothing to the conversation.
Literally, absolutely.
But I'll give him credit for doing what most people are not doing at the very least, and I'll say that. Anyways, I think that's enough for Palestine for today. There's a lot that we can. Taylor Swift's bodyguard. There's so much we can talk about. But let's just take a second and take a quick break. One of her bodyguards is Israeli and he went to fight مع IDF هلا.
والIDF نزلوا له tweet انه
Taylor's boyfriend is here and he's Taylor's bodyguard. But I think the Swifties عصبوا in Israel but I couldn't figure out what happened. Anyway, let's just take a small break. Let's watch this video of a monkey stealing a phone. هيدي لنور كرمال لك بس لنور because you love monkeys. You love monkeys.
I don't.
So this monkey stole this lady's phone. So he stole her iPhone and like she's having to give him fruit, so he gives it back. She gave him one like plum, not enough. Oh, I said here you go.
I told you they're evil. أنا بخافي أشتوني my stuff وبخافي حتشوني.
I just said here you go, bitch, when he threw her the phone. So I'm like, God, why am I saying the B word so much? But I was putting myself in the position of a monkey, like here you go, bitch. Inexcusable. I have a problem. I think I have a problem. I need to think about. I need to fix myself.
To limit exposure to social media.
See, I need to limit exposure to social media. And I think this monkey's a boss.
But you wanna do Phil and Will?
Phil and Will? هيدا بتضحك. We love Phil and Will, folks. Our friends, patrons. Super. And if William Watfa, the boobs doctor, he's been our supporter for I think it's been over a year. He's been a superhero patron on Jed Yani. Has supported the show for such a long period. We love him. We actually ran into Will, right? We ran into Will at the opening about the bros. He was so nice, so gracious. Invited us a few weeks ago to the opening, the grand opening of the new branch about Phil and Will, Bijameze. I couldn't go that day. Nour, you were in Turkey when that happened, Janice, so we have to rearrange a meeting, a nezle there, kinna sawa. I just found this funny. He did a collaboration with Joy Tassidis, which is it's funny when things like these happen because it's like two worlds colliding. Someone who supports us financially and loves us, and someone who tried to sue us, joining hands, working together. هلا كمان Phil and Will, they did like a collaboration with Joseph Shada once, which was fucking hilarious. But they watched the show, so they watched the show, so they use some of the characters. So it's always funny. I just found this funny because he tried to sue us, and they like us. Let's watch it.
Bonjour, I tried un nouveau spot à Jemaise, اسمه Phil and Will, et franchement j'ai adoré. It's the story of two brothers, ils se sont inspirés de leur voyage en Italie ليفتحوا their own Italian sandwich place. بيعملوا كمان their own homemade focaccia bread and chips. Tous leurs ingrédients are very fresh. They also have giant dill pickles. عندهم 14 sandwiches et tout ce qu'on a goûté était très très bon.
Why are you laughing
follow
at
for
the pickle?
more.
This looks good as hell. Anyway, just this is a collaboration, you know, from a bizarro collaboration. You know, it exists in limbo. How did this happen? Hey.
كمان عاملين مع
فاجأنا نيكولا. Explorer نيكو فينا friend of the show. بس نيكولا يعني انا ما في افتح مع انستغرام بيكون منزل شي ست مطاعم بنهار. نيكولا you gotta relax شوي برو. بطل في مطعم بلبنان مش عم
كلهم فاجئوه برو. بياخد زناكس.
Good for him يعني. Make that cheddar, earn that cheddar, you know, because this it's not gonna last forever. This trend يعني ما بعرف. So حلبها while you can. بس god damn عم بيحلبها يعني. And we love him. Hey, he promoted. He's so sweet, man. Like when we sent him a bottle of our cocktail.
He did a very nice
He fucking insisted on like ما فتحها for like a week. He waited till he was at a beautiful like mountainous location وفتحها بنص الطبيعة. Sweetheart. And he watches the show after. I was a fucking dick to him and he kept watching and he's super nice. But goddamn, his videos all the time. Like I'm like goddamn, how many restaurants in a day? ما بيلحق دعايات. Anyways, good for him. Ooh, tigers.
Yeah.
I like this one.
اف شو جايب لي؟ اهلا وسهلا. هيدا الكونسبت الاول بلبنان، اول مره بشوف هيك شيء صراحه.
كونسبت دجاج وتشيز؟ فرايد تشيكن مع تشيز؟ هيدا كونسبت؟ شو هالكونسبت هيدا؟
كونسبت.
واو برو كونسبت؟
تايجرز شو عامل؟ جايبينكم الغاز على الطاوله.
وير؟
واو
بالضمان الشامل.
هيدا المناظر بقى برو.
جماعه انه تايجر بعد
الشخص $10 بس كم
كواليتي
$10 حاطين على صحتك برو.
تقريبا على الشخص $10 بس. هذا السعر ما حدا عنده
اياه. لا بدك اياه شو تصير
كثير معقول.
I don't wanna know.
كثير مقبول. طب طيب الاكل برو ما بعرف انه $10 بس. شوفوا التاكيز على البرجر. I can't look at tacos.
بس عن جد ما قالوا انه كم شخص، انه على كم شخص
على الشخص.
قسموه.
if you're 10 people $10 انه ما بعرف for $10 pick
انه
me.
منا انه ازت امل
يعني على الشخصين $50.
Guys, I know a big expense is batteries. ما هيك نحن nowadays our remote controls كله بده بطاريات. يعني نحن we live in a world where batteries you can never get a battery. ويي بطل في بطاريات و I need to change the battery. Don't you struggle through this every day? Well, you hate buying batteries, you know, spending money.
Every once in a while, every day, انه لا.
Your battery budgets are
getting.
Your battery budgets are out of control. عم نصرف كل مصيرنا على البطاريات ما قادرين. طيب ناجي is here to help you save money on batteries to recharge old batteries. Look at that.
بس طلع
الله معكم يا جماعة. إذا انتهت حياة بطاريات الريموت عندكم ما تكبون. هيدي معلومة مجانية. في ناس بتعرفها وفي ناس ما بتعرفها. يلي ما بيعرفها هيدي بطارية يا جماعة فيها بوزيتيف ونيجاتيف.
هيدي بطارية اليو بي اس عندنا.
بنحط راس البطارية على راس البوزيتيف ميلة من الشريط. عندي شريط مزلط من ميلتين. بنحط
ميلة على
النيجاتيف ومنصير نشرقط شوي شوي بالشريط لميلة النيجاتيف تبع البطارية. بتبلش تحمى شوي شوي عم تحمى شوي شوي عم تحمى.
Is this kind of sexual?
بيني وبينك يعني.
صارت رجعت جديدة يا جماعة.
عم بيحف the thing شوي شوي عم تحمى. تسليط من ميلتين. What are you talking about? ناجي
CPR للبطارية برو.
It worked though. You saved batteries. يعني ما بعرف برو. هيدا tips and tricks هلا جاي حرب. We need to save extra. هيدا التراتور الإكسترا. أنا عفن دماغي. So Elijah sent us this.
ما رح يجي على كل وجهك السيتنج سبراي. إذا رشيتيه بشكل تي قطعيه بشكل إكس ليلقط زوايا كل الوجه بيثبت الميك اب أكثر. لا ميك اب بيخلي وجهك نجم وعلى طبيعته. زوري موقع ليلياننجم.com.
Shut up, bitch.
I'm kidding, yo. I can't look. It's right there in front of me, Mama. I can't help it.
When men on TikTok do it,
I'm hanging my head.
They get like a million comments and if شو مهضوم وهيك.
When they do this إنه إجا وجهك, that's fucked up. No, that's gross. ما بعرف إنه هلا it's clever marketing sure بس إنه like if you want to do that go.
إنه she got the comment and reach she wanted بس إنه خلص whatever.
بس إنه بهدلت حالك يعني.
ايه بس وات ايفر انه خلص عم بهدل حالها انه اوكي let's all move on بحس
You wanted me to watch these videos?
ليش بقعتوا الفيديو؟
You reckon you're like let's watch the Najm. We're watching the Najm بهدلين. Why are we?
ايه لا انا I wanna watch it to defend.
You want to defend Lilian?
ايه.
Good for. I don't care.
I know.
Go for it. I'm with the whatever this is. هيد ما فهمتها بس I didn't get this.
عطاك الكريدت كارد تبعه وطلع فاضي. عادي ما تعصبي صارت معي. ارسمي الايلاينر تبعك فيه وخرطشي له عليه ورديه. لا ميك اب بيخلي وجهك نجم وعلى طبيعته ليليان نجم.
So now we're more interested in this one.
ما رح يجي على كل وجهك.
الsetting spray. It's clever. Look, she got people's attention يعني.
تخيل على تيك توك انه زلمه
طيب it worked خلص.
طيب برافو ليليان.
Did anyone interested in بهارات ابو كوكو؟
ما بتذكرهم ولا ما رح احضرهم كمان تيجي تحضرهم اثنين.
Okay, check this guy out. Hey, there's nothing interesting about this. It's just the guy بيبيع بهارات. That's every بهارات.
The least interesting thing.
But everything that he sells, he says هيدي اختصاصه لابو كوكو. I don't know. They're all his specialties. So let's just watch.
تخيل صوته.
مرحبا يا ابو كوكو اشتقنا لك خي شو جديدنا هلا؟
حبيب القلب قرب خي قرب عندي بهارات بطاطا اختصاص ابو كوكو كل كيلو بهارات بطاطا قويه كادو
يا لطيف وعم نسمع اخبار عن الفايتا البهارات الفايتا شو اخبارهم؟
اكيد عندي بهارات فايتا اختصاص ابو كوكو جوده عالي كل كيلو بهارات فايتا قويه كادو روح يا كبير.
Is he speaking like this on purpose انه كل كيلو بطاطا حرة وقية كادو؟
لا انه هلا accent تبع most Armenians.
اختصاصه بهارات الفاهيتا. So that's an Armenian accent. والباقي كادو. This is by the way
it's Armenian.
I love this. هيدا شو؟
حبيبنا ابو كوكو قالوا له عندك محمرة غير شكل، شو وضعها؟
قرب خي قرب، هيدا محمرة اختصاص ابو كوكو مع جوز، تفضل يا خيي.
غير شكل لابو كوكو.
ساعتين يا خيي.
وبهارات البسطرمة، شو وضعها؟
عندي بهارات بسطرمة محمص معقم، كل كيلو بهارات بسطرمة قوية كادو، روح يا كبير.
Yo, I want to get some of that fucking fire spices that he has, man. شو عم
روح يا ابو كوكو الكبير رجعنا لك. شو اخبار بهارات الفايتا المدخنه؟
قرب خي قرب.
كل العالم عم تحكي فيها.
كل العالم
فاهيتا مدخنه اختصاصي انا.
فلسطين
بغزة. بهارات فاهيتا مدخنه قويه كادو.
طيب شو اخبار البهارات الكبسه المدخنه كمان؟
بهارات
مدخن هيدا.
بهارات كبسه مدخنه اختصاصي انا، كل كيلو بهارات كبسه مدخنه قويه كادو، روح يا كبير.
كله اختصاص.
كل شيء اختصاص.
Bro, this man's a fucking
Did
legend.
he say كفتة بالأول and then say كبسة؟
كبسة فيمي smoked كبسة.
بس بالأول
أبو كوكو نمبر 1 بهارات بلبنان. شو أخبار بهارات البرياني المدخن؟
قرب خي قرب، هيدي بهارات برياني اختصاص أبو كوكو، 11 بهار، كل كيلو بهارات برياني مدخنة قوية كادو.
وشو أخبار بهارات البطاطا المدخنة كمان؟
هيدي بهارات مدخنة بطاطا اختصاصي أنا، كل كيلو بهارات مدخنة بطاطا قوية كادو، روح يا كبير.
Everything. That's what I love. اختصاصي أنا. Like great. أنا but that's his page by the way. بهارات أبو كوكو برج حمود. I'm really seriously I would love to go there but I want to fucking stock up on بهارات برو. جنيك اختها بهارات ارجع البيت معي فاهيتا بطاطا مدخنة.
They sound cool.
بهارات أبو كوكو bro. That motherfucker's a fucking legend. Before we leave you guys, let's talk about one. Oh, let's talk about. You mentioned the good Jewish man. Let's just watch this guy, Sadia.
Please. The media the last 2 days was busy that it will be a danger for a Jew to walk in the street Friday.
Absolutely.
This is a Zionist propaganda. I stand there with thousands of Muslim people on the street. Nobody will harm me. They don't have any problem with Jewish people. The only problem is this brutal occupation which is taking place for over 75 years, which people meanders.
So you're completely supporting to that and you're against what Zionists basically do.
Again, we love Jews, we love the Jewish people. There are a lot of Israeli anti-Zionists, a lot of anti-Zionist Jews. So again, yeah, I just wanted to highlight that.
هن Americans, they have a hard time like differentiating بين Israeli و Jew and they can't seem to separate the both.
The media كمان وكله. And I want to share this story about Dave Chappelle and then I think we can end it. And I'm just before I share this, and I used to love Dave Chappelle. I used to worship Dave Chappelle. I think he's one of the funniest people on earth. Past couple of years, I kind of got annoyed with him. I'm not gonna lie, with all the كتير علق على the trans stuff. That's all he spoke about. I felt for a long time. I was like, dude, get off the subject and maybe talk about something else. I really like Dave Chappelle. Kind of been disappointed with him the past couple years. I didn't think his stand-ups were that funny, the Netflix ones. But he addressed the situation. It's not recorded on video, so I'm going to read a thread. But I think this is very interesting. So Amran Munir shared this on Twitter. From a friend. Something is changing in America. I saw Dave Chappelle last night at Boston TD Garden. It was sold out, so I would say 22,000 people were there. 3/4 into the show, he said, I want to address what's going on in Palestine and Israel. Again, 22,000 people are there. He specifically said Palestine and said it before Israel. He said what happened on October 7th wasn't right, but also what's going on isn't right and not just. You can't kill innocent civilians like that, and the whole world sits silently and watches. Then someone shouted at him from the crowd, "Shut the fuck up, Dave." He then went nuts and yelled back, "No, you shut the fuck up. You don't take tens of billions from my country to go kill innocent women and children and come to tell me to shut the fuck up." It's already kind of fucking crazy. He said, "Don't come begging for money from my country and then go drop bombs on children and cut off innocent people, water and electricity. You have the audacity to pay to come see me and then tell me to shut the fuck up. No, you shut the fuck up." The crowd started clapping and cheering for him and saying, "Yes, Dave," and chants of Free Palestine. And then he said, "You're damn right, Free Palestine." He went on a 15-minute rant about being a Muslim and that the Israelis are projecting what's wrong with them on Muslims, and the crowd kept on cheering. It was surreal. Crowd was typical Boston demographic, 80% white, 5% black, and the rest Latin and others. Now, I share that story because, like I kind of said last week, نحن العرب وsharing على Instagram, that's all well and good. We need the West, we need Europeans, we need Americans to change because they are funding this fucking war. They're the only ones who have the power to call their representatives, to call their leaders, to get them out of office, to vote for the people who are going to basically fund or not fund Israel. So we need people like Dave Chappelle speaking to 22,000 people and spreading this kind of gospel. So while obviously we all feel hopeless, that girl in Gaza literally wants to die, like she said. So this does nothing to help the people on the ground. But if we want to look at some positivity, I think all of this social media, the mainstream media, boomers are watching that. Old people, you're not going to change their mind. So everyone else who's on social media and young people, they are getting exposed to so much. And this is kind of what's so weird. Like, how can a genocide take place in 2023 when we all have fucking smartphones?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, how is it? Yeah, when the Holocaust happened, no one had access to information. Some people probably didn't even know that shit was happening. We all have access to it. So how does this happen?
It just shows you how brainwashed we are.
It's crazy.
It is really crazy.
It's scary when you're fed one narrative your whole life.
Yeah.
I'm just glad that Dave shared that, and there's been a couple of other stories of people surprised in America doing some surprising things. But I just wanted to end it on that. Sorry about this episode, guys. On Jed, we're trying to get back on track, but it's just weird. We're at war. Our neighbors are at war. I can't just talk about memes all day. Maybe every week, hopefully, we'll get a little bit better, but who the fuck knows? We might not have an airport next week. We might not be here if there's a war. This could be the last episode, Jan. Anjad, it's hard to predict. So I just wanted to thank Orient Express Discord server for joining our Patreon one more time as a blonde patron. Thank you. And I want to thank some other blonde patrons like Mark Kiwan, Mo K, Malik UX, Le Josh, Falafel Brain, Mirna Zakaria, Nobody 99, Paul Christelle, and Lily. Our amazing superhero patrons like Dr. William Watt for the boobs, doctor. We saw you enjoyed to see these. Joey Daboud. Meher Krikorian, Nadim Rayib, and our God tier patrons, Jessica and Rifat Fakih Burgery MB. We cannot do this without you guys. If you guys would like to support the small independent YouTube channel in the heart of the Middle East, in the heart of the war, consider supporting us. Find a tier that is right for you. We will hopefully, if there is no war, if there's still an airport, if we are still alive, folks, we will see you next week. And as always,
do not worry.